about Love Island, girl, because I know was looking at all of these comments on threads earlier, and they were talking about KC and five, he's gonna take it all. Yeah, you gonna heat this up? Oh, just 1 second. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Man, all I really cared about is Anaya and Carl being in the final four, baby. Hey, 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 hey. I hope she win, but I'm not gonna lie. Trinity and Bryce, they gonna be tough because everybody like Trinity and Bryce. I don't know why. If y'all want to see a black woman with a G man, go off. But I am hoping that Anaya and Carl take that money home.
I'm hoping that Carl and Anaya take the money home too, but I'm not really thinking that they're going to take it home only because so many black women want a white savior, and Carl is still half what is he, half Chinese, so I'm not quite for sure. I think they'll probably want, and that's just what it is. I don't care if people get mad about that, but I think that's the truth. And so I'm not for sure. I feel like Trinity and Bryce will win. But I would, me personally, I didn't even vote. Are you supposed to vote for your favorite couple today?
Yes, vote tonight. Vote
Oh snap.
tonight.
Hold on. I'm about to go vote real quick. Just keep talking about sugar if you can. I'm about to vote.
Yeah, I'm going to the living real quick. I'm on live. Yeah, y'all. I was happy to see TT and Casey go home. I really wanted Kata and Zach to go home, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm glad that TC and I said TC, Lord Jesus help me. KC and TT went home. I was so happy to see them go. I didn't care about their speeches. I didn't like them from the moment. KC and TT Strong. Let me tell you something, Breezo. You in the wrong place. And for you to be a dude watching Love Island is very G. I just want to let you know that. Go build a house or something.
He got a picture of Future, I think, as his profile photo, so you already know he's a F boy. A loser, a total loser. And then it's like, he talking about hate black love, like, and I think that's another problem is because black men only want to weaponize black love when it's to get over on black women. Y'all wasn't saying that it was black love when y'all was calling Anaya annoying for not want to give up her body after knowing this man less than 30 days. Get out of here. Y'all only support black love if it's struggle love, or if the black man is getting over the black woman in some type of way. But nonetheless, I was so happy that KC and TT was gone. Like, I really was. I'm tired of seeing his old sneaking face and all his stupid smiling at inappropriate moments and everything else. I was very happy. And people keep talking, Naya never wanted KC. Well, KC never wanted Naya either, because he about. And I think that thing of where black men always put the blame on black men, no matter the case, is ridiculous, because every time moving forward, she chose that man. The moment he had an opportunity to choose her, he didn't. So what are you talking about? He never wanted her then, if we're going to use that knowledge, that logic. Casey never wanted her either. And he lied to her and told her he did so that he could keep his dusty butt in the villa. And it didn't work because now he's gone. And now he can go ahead and wear his sweat socks and dress shoes outside the villa. Okay? Lame cornball Negro. And his mama look mean as all get out too. But anyway, I really didn't want them to be there. And I really actually though, I'll be honest with you, I think I dislike Zach more because I think Zach is like a diabolical manipulator. And I didn't want Kenzie there either. So, I was really happy. I was gonna be happy no matter what, the results were, as long as Anaya and Trinity was in there. So it was like, I was up in the air. What you think, Brown Sugar?
I'm gonna tell you who I voted for. I did vote for Kenzie and Dylan, and I hated that we had to vote for four people because it was very hard. I hated that I had to vote for Sincere Melanie. I didn't want to do that, but I did vote for Anaya and Carl and Trinity and Bryce. They were my four, but I refused to vote for Zach and Kada, and I refused to vote for TT and KC. They didn't get my votes, but I mean, Kenzie kind of grew on me, and I'm gonna tell you why she grew on me, because I did appreciate how she was the only one who explored, though I did not like how she went about it. And I also like how when she said she was done with a dude, she was done. And I respect that. I may not like her as a person, but I respected that. I respect a woman who knows, okay, this man is disrespecting me. I'm up out of here. I'm not going to deal with you anymore. So I did vote for her. And I don't like Zach. I really wish that he could go. I don't think him and Kata are going to make it to, they're going to win the money. I don't think they have a chance. But yeah, I was happy to see Casey and TT go. I don't know if you've seen clips, but TT is like a clout chaser. She been with DDG, Haley Bailey's baby mama. I mean, oh Lord, I said baby mama. Baby daddy, like she's just been in a lot of like streams and stuff like that. So it seems like she's an opportunist. I didn't like Casey anyway. I was really happy to see him go. He will not be missed. I was just upset that he was there for such a long time. I don't think he even deserved to be there that long. So it is what it is. I'm curious to see who won. I don't think that I don't think that Anaya and Carl are gonna win. I really want them to win though. I really do. I don't know why everybody is so obsessed with Trinity and Bryce. Bryce is not even attractive. Even though he's a white tea man, he's not a cute white tea man. And the G antics that he does is just very disturbing to me. And I just don't understand, like, if you want to uplift a black woman, why would you want to see her win with someone like that? I don't know. I just don't think they're going to work on the outside. But Carl is half white and Asian, so I don't know. But I just don't think a lot of black women like Anaya as much as they do Trinity, which is strange because they're both black women.
I agree with everything that you said. I think though with Carl presents as more Asian than YT. I think that's part of it. And also I think that Anaya being privileged, I think a lot of black women, no disrespect, don't like to see privileged black women, don't like to see bougie black women. And they be getting in their feelings and jealous about it, and they don't like them type of women. And I think also, there's a lot of mammies and pick-me's also that watch Love Island. They do. So I think that if they have to vote for a black woman, they'd rather vote for a black woman like with somebody like Bryce. But I agree. I don't know why black women want to see Trinity with a man that has done all of this G stuff. Because like I say a million times, if Trinity was with a black man on there and he was doing that stuff, black women would never be going for it. They would drag them black men for filth if black men were behaving the way that Bryce and Zach be acting. Like, period. So I don't know why they're giving a grace to white tea men that play like this. I don't know. But I do know. I think it is, coonery. But at the end of the day, I'll be happy if, I don't mind if Trinity wins. I like her. I think she's a nice girl. I don't think that there's anything wrong with Bryce as far as like, I don't think he don't seem like he's a bad person. I think he's conflicted sexually or whatever. But I would, like I said, I would love, for, Anaya and Carl to make it. I did that. I just voted. That's who I voted for, Anaya and Carl. So, it is what it is. That's who I voted for. I'm not going to vote for Trinity just to put the extra vote up there for her because clearly Anaya and Trinity are at the top. So I don't really feel like I have to worry about that, even though they could throw a curveball and have Melanie and Sincere win. But I really feel like I would really think that there's something wrong with women if they would let a man that drugged that lady for the majority of the show, the season or whatever it's called, sit there and win the money. Y'all are just rewarding toxicity.
Let me ask you this, Trey. Do you think Melanie is still going to mess with Sincere outside the villa?
Yeah, I do. I
I
think that she'll
mean,
mess with him until he cheat on her, and he definitely gonna cheat on her
yeah,
because
yeah.
women be trifling, like, and I hate to say this, but there are not all women, of course, but there are women that are attracted to men like Sincere, men that play games. And also there are a lot of women that like to sleep with men just because they got somebody. I don't know why some women be like that, but some women do. And it's women of all races that like to do things like that. So that's why I was saying, like, for Casey and TT, they're not going to last outside the villa. Do you know how many mammies is going to be in Casey's DMs? Because Casey's an attractive guy. Even though I dislike him, I'm not going to say he's not attractive. He's an attractive black man. Them mammies going to be in his DMs offering to do all type of stuff. And I don't think he going to turn it down, especially if the lady is light skinned or biracial. I don't think so. I think TT gonna be kicked to the curb. And when it comes to Sincere, when he get out there and all them heifers in his DMs, he gonna be kissing on them, lying in them, just like he lied to all the chicks in the villa. That's just my opinion.
I
But
think Zach is going to do the same thing.
I think he is too.
Hmm.
Because he I don't feel like he really liked Kata at all. I don't. I feel like he really liked, and I feel like he would have brought Alana home, but he couldn't because she was gone because she was using the N word. I don't feel like he liked Kata, because if we do it right, and the minute after we do it, the first thing you bring up to me is possibly talking to other chicks. Okay. I think that says everything. I don't know why people don't understand that. Somebody said, oh, well, that man do not like her. He was he was telling her he ain't want to do it because he wanted to talk to other people. And then still told her the same thing afterward. And if you tell me that you love me and we doing it and all of that, and then you be like, oh no, that was just a joke. What? I don't understand. I think it's something wrong with Kata, but I think that and this is where it comes into when you have biracial children, you have to be careful with what you're doing and how you raising them and where they're at. But I think this is more applicable to white mothers with biracial children than black mothers with biracial children. Kata grew up around, so apparently from all of the people, reposts of people that knew her or know her, she grew up around nothing but white tea people. So even though Kata is a very attractive girl, very beautiful girl, when you still are the only biracial woman, because you can tell that she's not fully white tea, they're going to have those complexes to where they're going to have a lower self-esteem and always be looking for white tea validation. And I think that's why she also sticks with Zach and all of that stuff, for that deep-seated white tea validation, almost like a bug broken ideology, but it's a certain type of ideology I see in biracial people that grow up in, like, white tea spaces. Normally their parent is white tea, the main caretaker, That's what I think.
Yeah, that is actually a great perspective. I mean, looking at Kata's mother, like, no offense, I can tell why she is the way she is. Um, but I don't know. I just feel like nobody's parents was keeping it real with them besides Melanie and her sister. I mean, if my mother and my sister is crying to me like that, saying, hey, like, this is not the guy for you, why are you continuing to move forward? Is it, okay, I'm going to just do it to see if we win the money? Or what? Because I just don't understand why she's keep moving forward with Sincere and he has terrible behavior, and your closest people to you and your family are saying, hey, he's not the one for you, you deserve better, and you're not listening. Like, that was kind of like a hard watch, because I'm like, dang, like, if you can't take advice from someone that generally loves you, generally wants the best from you, who can you take advice from? Like, she really, I hope that she gets some therapy, because there is no excuse why she should still pursue a connection with him. Like, I feel like after the whole incident with Soul, she should have been done with him. I don't care if he had a letter in the box. I just think that she should have just been done with him completely. Like, it's very disturbing that they're even this far. even though I hate that I had to vote for them, but it's disturbing because their relationship is so toxic. And I don't know why America likes toxic relationships. I'm really struggling with that because it's not healthy at all. I think if anybody has a healthy relationship, I think is literally just Trinity and Bryce and Anaya and Carl. Those are it.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. I think because it's a lot of goofy people that watch Love Island, the same people that liked Huda and made excuses for her, even though she exhibited the same toxic behavior with two different men on the show and then another man in her real life. So, I mean, I think that some of the people that be watching the show just don't have the brains that God gave them. And it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? And, but if they were going off of like, I don't know, like a logical standpoint, Anaya and Carl would be the winner, especially if you look at, like I said, Bryce and Zach's behavior, because like I said, their behavior is completely inappropriate. If I was with a dude and he did even 1/3 of the things that Bryce and Zach do, I would never talk to him again, ever. Like, I'd be like, you know what? I see that y'all are like robosexuals, and y'all need to figure that out and live in y'all truth. Like, but you're not gonna bring me nothing back home because you out there tampering in back doors. No sir, no sir.
You know what I
Um,
also didn't like, Trig? I don't like how Trinity's mother or sister didn't tell her the truth. Like, that is weird. Like, I know, like, it's probably sensitive to be on national TV to say, hey, I don't think you should talk to him because of things that he's doing behind the scenes with Zach. I don't think it's a bromance. I don't know if that was it. But if I'm talking to my daughter and I'm watching a TV show and I'm seeing a man doing inappropriate acts with another man, I'm going to warn my daughter that he is not the one for you. And I just thought that was fake. I don't care if I'm on TV. Maybe they'll probably cut that out, but I'm going to tell you he is not the one for you. And you just need to get the money and keep it to yourself. I mean, if you're going to be in it, cool, be in it. But be in it to win it and get the money. Do not share it with him because there's something not right with him. Period.
you know what I think? I think maybe they put them in the position where they can't say certain things. And all of that. That's what I think. I think they're probably heavily censored on what they can say. But I'm sure her mother don't think that's cute. At least because I can't imagine how she would. But I don't know. She seemed like she really liked them though.
That's what I was saying because like they weren't censored about Melanie and Sincere. I mean, his father dug in his butt, and then Melanie's parents, mother was vulnerable with her, and her sister was telling him, please don't mess with him. So, I mean, I get being censored, but I still would have told my daughter, I don't think that he's the one from you from things I've been observing. I wouldn't maybe not say, hey, I think that he's been doing G stuff, but I would like whisper in her ear or something like, hey, just get the money. Like, he's gay. Sorry, he's G. Get the money, something,
The way you
something.
whispered it. The way you whispered it, Brown Sugar. Stop playing with me. Oh my goodness.
Like,
Oh my goodness.
Get to go and go home. Like, don't share it with him. Just get the money. Get the money.
But even then, like, I do believe she'll get a lot of deals when she comes out. She's young, she's cute, she's petite, all of that. I don't think that there's ever been a Love Island where the person kept the money, is it?
Someone said in one season, but not recently, no. But she should be the first. I mean, well, the second to do it. It's very rare, but I would do it. Hey,
Well, see,
feminine melanin.
I think it'll make her look bad, so she probably wouldn't do that. Because I think it might make her stock go down. Because I promise you this is that if she gave him, 50K, she's gonna make way more of that back when she gets out of the villa with endorsements. For sure.
That makes sense.
Hey, feminine melanin, how you doing, sister? But yeah, I'm just so happy that Casey and TT is gone, like for real, because I mean, maybe this now I can enjoy the finale with the red pill douchebags gone. Maybe I don't know. I'm just happy that so they don't have nothing to look forward to on Sunday. But I never watched the After Suns, but this After Sun looked like it's about to be a little bit exciting because they normally be boring. But I'm gonna watch the After Sun tomorrow because that one actually looked like it might be okay. So I'm gonna watch that one.
Yeah, I
But
never watched the Afro Sun either.
yeah, they always look boring. I never be watching them. I would say I wasn't sad for the clam slammer to go either. I couldn't even believe she slammed that clam one more time before she left either. I was
The
just like,
clam
bro,
slammer.
goodness gracious, like
You
girl.
know, she had to go out with a bang.
Yeah, I see that. But you know what? I was happy that Corbin and Parmita was gone too. When they left, I was happy. I
Yeah.
really didn't like them either. I did not like them at all. Like I really didn't like Parmita because I've met women like her, women that just think they are just all of that and just I don't know, just base everything on looks and aesthetics and it be like those type of women, but they don't never have a man though, and they don't never have a man that treats them correctly either. So it just be like if you thought that you were all of that, what why and you're just God's gift to men, like why in the world why are you in the situations that you're in then? I don't know. I just never liked women like that, and I really didn't like her at all. I just felt she was just so arrogant. She was just so annoying. I think I actually disliked her more than TT, to be honest. I did. I really, really, really disliked her. Like heavily. Like I really disliked her. Like I actually wanted them to go before Casey and TT. I actually could tolerate them more. I know maybe from other people it might be reversed, but nah, I actually could tolerate them more. And I actually felt the same way with Casey and TT. I actually could tolerate them more, even though I didn't like Casey and TT. I could tolerate them more than Zach and Kata. Like, I don't know. It's just something, even something about Kata that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. I don't dislike her, but I don't know. I just don't like how she acted about the whole exclusive and situationship thing because I just felt like, girl, you are in a situationship. You are. That man gonna dangle you being a girlfriend over your head for years to waste your time. But she too stupid to know that.
Yeah, I never really cared for Kata. I'm gonna be honest, like she never did anything for me. I don't really think that she has a personality that I'm gravitated to. Although I do think that she's a beautiful woman. I just don't like how she had a lot of options, but she didn't want to talk to anybody, which I thought was weird. Like Kayla wanted to talk to her, and I just didn't understand her obsession with Zach, and I just really didn't. It irritated me. Like you had this opportunity to meet, handsome guys for 6 weeks, and you stick with one dude. If that's the case, you might as well do that out in the real world. Like explore, get to know these guys, talk to different guys, and everybody wanted her. And she didn't pay anybody any mind. She was so focused on Zach. And I really thought that was kind of a turn off for me. But it definitely turned off when she said, "Oh, these couples, we've been here since day 3 and da da da," comparing her connection to other people's connection, which I thought was weird because it really gave me and you are in it for this competition. If America doesn't like us, then it wasn't genuine. Like I really care about you. It just was very competitive, and I do know that they are both competitive, but it just seemed like they were really in it for this competition. And I really think this whole season everybody is in it besides Anaya and Carl. I really think a lot of people are in it for the money and the brand deals, which is okay, but it's like nobody's interested in finding genuine love and actually finding who is their match, who is the best person for me. And I really think we're losing that essence of the show.
I definitely agree with you. And I think Kata, like, I don't know why she didn't give the guy that was the bombshell that was talking to her a try. He looked way better than Zach, but I think Zach is unattractive. Like he's not my cup of tea at all. Like I don't even, I'm not, like I said before, I'm not into white tea men. I generally speaking don't find them attractive, even though I can recognize a white tea man that is attractive. But I didn't think that Zach was cute at all. So I was just like, why do you like him so much? Like the Indian guy that came in the villa looked way better. So I just didn't understand like what it was about him. His personality don't even seem to be that good. So I don't know. I was just confused that why she was so stuck on him. But I think a lot of it was her engaging with him sexually. And I really do think that for women, like, now this may not be all women. There may be some women out there that got an ice box where their heart used to be, and they can go ahead and have intercourse with men and not have any feelings for them, or it won't alter their thinking. But I do think that the majority of women, if you do that, it's going to alter your thinking, and it's almost going to give you like a rose colored glasses type of situation. And I think that also played a part in her not exploring when the bombshells came, because she already had smacks, and she shouldn't have did that. I don't even know why she did that. She shouldn't have did that. He didn't even want to do that at first, so you could have totally got away without doing that. So it was just like, why did you do that? That was just such a dumb decision. I mean, I think it's dumb when any of the girls, have smacks on there. And look, I'm no prude, so I'm not saying that, what I'm saying, you can't kiss and freak on each other or whatever, but I just think having smacks is crazy. I think having smacks or doing oral on there is nuts. I really do. I think that's just ridiculously insane to do that. Like, I do. Like, you're crazy. But yeah, I definitely think that it is off this season or whatever. And I don't know. I just feel like every time, like when Love Island comes on, the black people, especially black women, are very interesting and polarizing for people to want to see, because black people, that's just how we are. We're interesting, but also it's like people resent black women for being interesting like that. So then they seek to tear them down, because I never see any of the other girls being torn apart in the ways that the black women are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just tired of seeing that too. I just wish there was a better way for black women to be treated. You know what I'm saying? On the show or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, black women aren't being treated right even off the show. So I definitely wouldn't expect black women to be treated well on the show. But I agree with you. I think black women have the best personalities and they bring a certain flavor to the show. I really think that Kenzie didn't have a good personality. Kata doesn't have a good personality on her own. I would say TT had a better personality after she kind of calmed down a little bit. I wish she didn't act like that when she first came on, because if she showed her genuine side and just been quiet after Casa, I think that she would have been more likable. I do feel like who else was on there? Dang, I can't even think. Yeah, oh yeah, I think that's it. What other girls were on there? I can't even think about it. I think the other person I did like Soul's personality. I know people were saying that she was dry, but she just gave like a very calm aura to her. Um, and she seemed like she didn't really chase these guys around, but I don't know. I don't like how the show did her. But I don't know. I just feel like no one fell deeply in love with each other. And I really enjoyed watching the playback of season 6, watching everybody's connections form, watching the girls actually have a true bond, a true friendship. I really love how when one of the girls were upset, Trinity went out. I mean, not Trinity, Serena went out there and slept with them. It was just giving very, Girl Code. If you ever watched that show, Girl Code on MTV. But anyway, I really enjoyed that aspect, and I just think this show was very money hungry, and I didn't enjoy watching. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I was scrolling on my phone while watching the episodes because I was so disinterested. And I want to talk about the challenge that they did. It was so disgusting. Like I was repulsed.
Brown sugar, let me tell you something. I don't know what type of freaky frogs are in charge of figuring out these challenges, but that's for their own sexual gratification. It is certainly not for the audience because everybody that I ever talked to about Love Island is always disgusted with these challenges. Nobody wants to see it. I don't want to see people taking sardines and mushrooms and mayo and ketchup and spitting it into each other's mouths and then into a doggone bowl. Like, who the wants to see that? I like really feel like it's for their kink. You know what I'm saying? It's not for people. And yes, and just like Ken said, it's dehumanizing. I feel like they do that to these people because they know that, and just like Brown Sugar said, you know what I'm saying? People are going on the show for the money and for brand deals. I don't really think none of the people's main thoughts are that they're going to find love. I don't think so. And, but I think sometimes they might find love, but that's not their intention. And so I think they make them pay for it with, just like Brown Sugar said, humiliation rituals. It's like, okay, we gonna let you go ahead and get on here. You know, when you leave the villa, you're gonna have some opportunities to make big money. People are gonna know who you are. All you gotta do is capitalize on it. But in order to do that, we about to put y'all through it. Because honestly, what is the purpose of doing that? Like, what's the purpose at the end of this? Y'all got them spitting that food into each other's mouths. Y'all got them biting on doggone sausages. Y'all got dangling down from strings. Like, what? Nobody wants to see that. I have literally been in white tea Love Island lives, Hispanic Love Island lives, Black Love Island lives, and nobody likes it. So who the fuck are you doing it for if nobody wants to see it? I don't know, girl, but you're right. You're right. I was disgusted. Like the one, I actually felt a little nauseous this time. What you think?
I felt myself gagging, and usually like okay the challenges were like tolerable, but I just don't think that they were cute. They weren't trying to like to get to know the islanders. Like I remember season 6, it was just like name, I mean, how many bodies somebody had. Even though it was stupid like that, it was like giving more information about the islanders personalities. I wish they created challenges around that to get to know them better, but this time it was just very sexual. This season it was too much. Even though the show was already sexual, it was highly sexual. It was too much for me. I'm like every time all these people kissing, all you hear was that. The Hideaway came up like a week or two when the show first started. It was too much. It wasn't even enjoyable. It wasn't entertaining. And like I said, I really think that they're missing the true essence of the show, and it's becoming a freak show. It's so freaky. Even when they were on the bed with all that paint, like it reminded me of the Diddy bed that he used to have.
I agree. I don't know if you guys are into conspiracies or whatever, but like if y'all ever looked at the aerial views that they have of the fire pit, it's in the shape of the all-seeing eye. So I think a lot of it has to do with that. I think some of it is like ritualistic, um, you know, Aleister Crowley satanic rituals that they put in plain sight of things that they probably do behind the scenes. But I don't want to get too conspiracy on you because some people are not into conspiracy theories. Like I'm into conspiracy theories
Oh,
and I
I'm into
believe in
that.
some. Are
I'm
you
into
okay?
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's why they get so disgusting with it though, because they showed that all seeing eye several times during they like interjected it several times during some of the things that they were doing that were freaky. And I was just like, oh, okay. So this is like a little bit of Satanism that y'all have interspersed into here. But if you look at a lot of movies and things like that of a sexual nature, like they'll put in like the eye or they'll put in the goat head and stuff like that. Like I remember I was watching this movie called Addicted. It's about a woman. she's like a Smex addict and she has a husband. Her husband is Boris Kojo. And like he treating her right and everything, but she just bored and she just want to keep having Smex with all of these different dudes because she's a Smex addict. And when she met the Hispanic dude or whatever, and they were about to like have Smex or whatever at his place, like they did a shot to like the little goat head on the wall, but it was like one of them goat heads that don't have like the skin on it, it's just the bones. Anyway, I was just like, oh, okay, that's what y'all going for. And they do that a lot in shows. So I think that might also be a reason why they um they're amping up more with the the extra sexual degrading type things. But they don't got to do that. Like, they don't. And even with the whole them sucking feet and all of that other stuff they was doing, like, it's just like, yuck. Like, I was just turned off by that too. Because it's like, y'all got the girls sucking on men's toes and they don't even know these men like that. It's like, baby, we gonna lose because, first of all, I'm not sucking no man's toes ever in my life. Okay? The same way I feel about women that eat men's behinds. Maniacs. Maniacs. If you're out there sucking men's toes and eating men's behinds, you are a maniac. A maniac. Maniac on the floor. I promise you.
Mention Trey, they walk around that dirty villa with no shoes on.
Yeah. They be doing too much. Like, it's just like, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking like, when I was in my 20s, I would have never. I'm sorry. Like, I would have wanted to be on a show because I always wanted to be like somebody that was like known or popular. But I would have been on like Love is Blind or something. Something a little classy. Like, I just me kissing everybody, like, and I don't know them. Like, no. No, no, no. Like, I'm not even a person that is going to be kissing you. Like, if I'm kissing you, like, you're probably my man. Like, cause I'm not really into that. Like that unless I know you because I'm a germaphobe. So I'm not going to be just kissing people like that. Like, yuck. Like, so that already turned me off, all of that kissing. Because I'm just like, ugh, like, no. Do people know that cavities are contagious? I don't know if people know this. Cavities, the bacteria that associated with cavities, like you could get someone and they can give you things that can cause cavities. That's a fact. Y'all can look that up if y'all don't believe me. So like all of that tongue in and no, 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 no. I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry. And then it's like, okay, I like somebody, right? And then now all of a sudden y'all want me to go. I like this guy, but y'all want me to go and sit on another dude lap that I don't like and kiss him too? No, because if I don't like you, I don't want to kiss you. I don't like you. I don't want to kiss anyone I'm not attracted to. And like, I'm weird. Like, if I think you're unattractive, I don't like you. Like, not that I don't like you as a person, but I don't want to do anything with you physically. Like, no. Like, I'm thinking about when one of my friends, she told me that her brother liked me, and I thought her brother was so ugly and disgusting. And I'm just thinking I honestly feel like her brother is like the most ugliest man I've ever seen in my life. And I'm just thinking like, if I was forced to kiss him, like, first of all, I wouldn't do it. But I just, yuck, like, I would be disgusted. Like, I don't find you attractive. Like, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know how they're able to do that. Because I know some of the people they're kissing, they're not attracted to.
I mean, I really think it's for the love of money. It's just like, what are you gonna do for money, for fame? It's like we're literally watching people go through rituals, just like how they, do in Hollywood, and they, do certain steps and to get to this place, to open certain doors or whatever. We're seeing it actually perform on this Love Island show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. I don't know, it's just more blatant now than how it was before. I think it was more enjoyable, but I think this season really opened my eyes to what people really would do for the price of fame and money. And I really think also like Alandria, her stardom, I really think a lot of women probably want that. I don't think we're going to see another Alandria be like top tier like that on the show. I don't think that's going to happen, but I feel like maybe women on the show looking at her thinking, okay, I could possibly get to this stardom because she's like on red carpets and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just don't like the point of selling your soul to go on a show like that. And honestly, like I always think about how would my mother look at me doing certain stuff like on a show like that. I wouldn't even want my own child when she gets of age to be on a show like that. I wouldn't want her to represent herself like that. And I'm not smut shaming or anything, but it's just like you go on a popular show like Love Island and then you come back. What if you don't, pop off or something like that? You still have to go back to the real world and get a real job. And then everybody's seeing you lock lips with somebody, be inappropriate. I just wonder, how do you bounce back from that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I definitely know what you mean. I mean, you know what I always felt like when I feel like people that are like celebrities and reach a certain threshold of popularity, I feel like they all have to do something that they don't want to do. I think all of them do. And, I think that's the difference where, you see somebody where it looks like their fame is plateaued or they were in a couple things and then you're like, hey, what happened to such and such? And they just disappear off the face of the earth. I think that that's when whoever's in charge has come to them and said, hey, if you want the next step to celebrityhood and getting money and getting privilege, you got to do this. And some people just decline it and they say, okay, well, get lost. That's what I think, because it's just like you got men out here, and I'm not talking about black men, I'm talking about all men of all races. You got men that want to sleep with you, they want to enter your body, and they just bought you a meal. They just bought you a meal somewhere, or they did like one nice thing for you. You think that men that have the opportunity to change your life, to make you or break you, to make you a millionaire, to put you in places you could never dream of being, to get you to where you can buy yourself millions of dollars worth of houses and cars and all this fame and adoration. You think that a man that has access to that is not going to make you pay for it? When dudes is out here trying to make girls give their body up for a McDouble and a doggone large Coke. Like, honestly, I wish that so anybody I see, I automatically know that they've done something strange to get there. And that includes any of your faves that you like, anybody, your Beyonces, your Rihannas, your Halle Berrys, your whoever. You know what I'm saying? And the men too. The men have to do it too. That's what I think. I think all of them, they do something crazy. And like when you seen them like Diddy parties and you seen Beyonce and Jay-Z and Alicia Keys, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West and Oprah Winfrey and all of them smiling and kikiing, that's because all of them are on the same type of time. They've all done it. And I even think it's even more sinister. I don't think it's just getting freaky either. I think it's stuff that you can't even imagine that they're doing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm a huge Ariana Grande fan, and I know she's done some crazy stuff to get where she has been, because you're not going to reach that type of stardom if you haven't. But I think the most recent person that I've seen that I think made the deal was Tiana Taylor. And I say that because, that movie she was in with Leonardo, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm forgetting his
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, when she was, I didn't watch the movie, but my coworker told me what it was about, and I just thought it was awful. it sounded like garbage, but I heard she had a smack scene with two white teen men, and then all of a sudden her music not selling because at first she said she was going to retire from music. And I think she finally said, I'm had enough of the industry. I'm going to finally take the deal. And she's a beautiful woman, but now you see her on carpet. She was recently recognized on the BET Awards for the most iconic whatever. And I just don't know why she won because she's never broken any records. Like she's never had albums that were really popping like that. So how was she an icon? No offense, I'm not saying that she hasn't done anything important, and people probably gonna get upset with me, but oh well. I just don't think that her career has been significant as like a Rihanna or Beyonce or even a Nicki Minaj. I know people hate her for her to get the icon award. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she has finally, probably gave the oath and said, forget it, I'm going to do it. That's how I feel. I think she's the latest person that has done that. So, yeah.
I think so too. Actually, I see some other people say they believe that, and then I seen people like yelling at them saying like, "Oh my goodness, you're just hating on Tiana Taylor. You just don't think black women can do anything." And that's not me. I think black women can do great things, but I do know when something seems fishy. And I think that, yeah, you're right. I do think that. I do think that she did. You know what I'm saying? And just the way she be looking now, a little weird, but I mean, I think so. And I feel like a woman, like I already thought Tiana Taylor was already weird when I had seen this interview with her, um, what's that guy that sings classic man? Oh,
Oh,
Jadena. Yes,
Jadea.
yeah. She was doing an interview with him, Joey Badass, and some other black woman. She was like a person, a radio personality or something. They were talking about, this is when she was still married to her husband. And they were talking about like polygamy and open relationships and having sex with people with your partner and stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I already knew that she had probably been into some Illuminati stuff before, but maybe not on the level of whatever she had to do to get to the next level for them to let her have access to the next tier. But anytime I see them celebrities and they start talking all of that, like, polygamy, free love. Oh, like, cause I remember she had did this interview and she was like, yeah, it's nothing like seeing my husband take down a bad bee. Like, I like to see that. And I was just thinking, like, okay, you like to see that. Let's see how long your marriage lasts. And I remember saying that, and people called me a hater. And this is, I think this was before I really was even really doing a lot of videos on like YouTube or anything. I think this is just like stuff that I was just saying online in comment sections, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm really bad with time frames and stuff. But I think this was before like I was really doing YouTube and social media. But I knew that something wasn't right then. And I really wish that women would understand that. And I probably should make a video about this. Open marriages, threesomes, all of that stuff. Your marriage is never going to make it. You're going to break up. 100%. Either you're going to break up or y'all are going to be shells of who you knew. It's not normal behavior. It's not. And it's never going to work out, ever. I know people personally that have engaged in those acts and their relationships didn't work out. Your relationship never works out, ever. If you feel like you need to sleep with somebody else because you're bored, then you need to leave the person that you're with alone. And it's really just that simple, because if you love who you're with and they're fulfilling you and you're fulfilling them, you won't need to do that. I'm not saying that you don't need to keep it spicy and, you having sex with the same person for a decade or two, you don't need to spice it up. However, spicing it up with another person, thank you, is going to result in y'all losing y'all relationship. Thank you. It's going to result in y'all losing y'all relationship. And I wish more people will understand that. You're not going to get away. Like, you know what? I'm going to tell y'all. a story real fast. And oh, I'm gonna try my best to edit it for personal information for these other people. I have an associate that said that they had a friend, a close friend, and this close friend told them, hey, my wife has not been able to ever have an orgasm at all. She's never been able to reach the big O. So my associate tells his friend, well, you know, maybe I can help your wife reach that and unlock that for you guys. I can be your sexual counselor, and then you guys will be able to connect better sexually. Now, if you have intelligence, you should know as a man that you should never do that. You should never sleep with your friend's wife in order to try to sexually counsel them, because you're basically darned if you do, darned if you don't. Because if you make her reach the O and her husband, which is your friend, has not ever done that, that's going to make him mad and feel uncomfortable around you, right? And even if you do not, it's still going to make things awkward because you have sexually explored someone else's wife. So anyway, this person had been warned against doing this. I'm trying to give as many details, but then not give identifying details as possible. So this person decides to go ahead and do it. The person, his friend, goes and buys his wife an outfit and everything and says, with my blessing, go over there with my friend, which is the associate that I'm talking about, and maybe he can help you reach your peak. And because apparently she had been essayed and things of that nature, and that is why she had, I guess, hangups as far as reaching the O. But anyway, so she goes over there with the associate that I know, and he orally pleasures her. Okay. And she reaches the orgasm, the O, big O. Never had experienced it before. She reaches it. She actually is so blown away by the associate's performance that she says, I would like to explore you if something ever happens with my husband. Now, she goes back to her husband, tells him all of this stuff. He gets violently angry, starts calling her a something that rhymes with door, and also something that rhymes with mutt, and telling her that he's just disgusted with her and da 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 da, and thinks about leaving her, but they decide that they're going to be together because they have a child together, that they're just going to cut off the associate. Now the associate is devastated because the associate has lost his friend. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what would make you do any of this in the first place? You cannot sexually counsel people. You can't sexually counsel couples. Like, but nonetheless, that's what I'm saying. Like, it never works out. Anytime you let somebody else up in your situation, it's never going to work out. I don't care what nobody say. It's not going to work out for the long term. And if it does work out at all, it's only because the feelings that you have for that person is gone. But that's just my opinion, y'all. What y'all, that was probably a crazy story, but I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like when people say, oh, go ahead, Kalandra, go ahead, Kalandra.
I just wanted to say I agree with you 1000%. When you were talking about Tiana Taylor, it made me think about Candy and Todd. Do you know Candy from Escape? Her and her husband used to do that, and they divorced now. And she had, I'm gonna say allegedly, even though it is a, they say that the reason why the marriage ended, she said because he cheated on her. But she would say that they would bring extra women into the bedroom, and I personally think that's the most male centered thing you can do, because I feel like if your husband isn't happy with you sexually, I think you probably should like file for divorce. I don't think you should try to. I mean, I just don't. I don't think women should do that, and I feel like a lot of women that do that, I don't think they be into women as much as they think, but because they want to make their husband happy, they be alone with it.
Trig, you on mute.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm talking to my daughter. If y'all could just keep it up. Sorry.
Now, I definitely agree. I think it's a terrible idea, and I really think it's even worse when, celebrities go on public platforms and announce that they are doing threesomes, and they're welcoming other women in their bed and all this other stuff. I don't know. I think it's going to cause some competition. It's going to cause for somebody's feelings to get hurt. And like that story that Trick was saying, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I get some good hit from a dude, like, I'm gone too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm out. Like, yeah, that's just me being horny, y'all. I'm sorry.
I agree. I'm sorry. That would have been the end of our marriage. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah. Liddy, did you want to say something, sis?
Hi, ladies. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can I put on the video because I feel cute today?
Sure.
Okay, let me show y'all what I'm working with. Hold on. Okay, she cute. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, I just this topic just makes me really disgusted, honestly, because I don't know how people do this. Invite random people into their situation, and I'm someone that I will not be intimate with anyone, even if I was. Oh, it says live pause. Should I wait?
No. Go ahead. She
Talking to her
probably doing
daughter.
something on her phone. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. This is my rule when it comes to engaging with others, like sexually. Like Trig was just talking about this in a couple lives I saw uploaded on YouTube. But both of us together, as a couple, our situationship or whatever we're doing, we're going together and getting some brand new, fresh results. Okay, like brand new, fresh results. And when I hear these celebrities talk about introducing new people into a relationship and picking up women, all that stuff, I know they're not doing no drive-by clinic that night and stopping and everyone's getting their status checked and making sure everyone's clean and good to go. So I heard the K Michelle interview too. And like, I don't know why it's this like flex or something to be like, oh, this is what I do for my man. But it's like, do you know the risk you're putting yourself in? Like it's like they know the risk, but they're putting this schmexual thing higher than the safety of their sexual health and their body and their energy and their mind and their soul. So it just really blows my mind because I'm extremely strict when it comes to having schmex. And when I've told guys, hey, we need to go get a test together. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to do something I'm not willing to do. So I'm good to go. I'm always good to go. I would say 7 out of 10 times guys are like, okay, then never mind then. And I'm like, okay, then never mind. Then find a woman that doesn't care about that, doesn't care about her sexual health. But I do care about that. So that is my boundary. And that is a hard, fast boundary. And I actually went 4 years celibate, y'all, because, well, one, I was working on myself. But if there was someone I had interest in, when I broached that topic, which I broached very early on, like in the very first conversation, damn near, if not like the first week, I'm like, hey, this has to happen for that to happen. 7 out of 10 times, if not more, they're like, all right, well then never mind. Like, I don't want to go there. One guy told me it was too expensive. I'm like, you got $25, you want $75? Like, that stuff is priceless. It's priceless. Like, get out a credit card, take out a personal loan then. But it's like it's just crazy. So I know I'm amongst wonderful ladies here, so I know you guys take care of yourselves. But I just try to spread the words with my friends or whoever and be like, you guys really need to be safe and take it serious and stop trying to be a mammy for these dusties and put your body and your health at risk. So that's what I wanted to say. And I love you guys. I'm a huge fan. Like, oh my gosh, I'm amongst royalty. Love you guys.
Trig, I wanted to say something like, even when the K Michelle thing, so Kalanja said she's not engaging, which is true. I think K Michelle can't have smacks like that because of all the surgeries that she's gotten in her behind. And I really think like all that force, even having back shots and all that other stuff, I really think that it's going to mess her body up. So I think that's why she watches him have smacks. That's what I think. But also, like, I do have a story. Like, so my instructor for a class that I'm in, I didn't know that she was in a poly situation until she told me. So she was actually the mistress to the lady's husband, and then I guess the wife welcomed him in, and he has two children with her. He got grown children with the wife, and they all living in a town home together. And I asked him, like, do y'all like have threesomes? She said they don't do it like that. I guess one night he goes, so like everybody has their own room. Like I thought it was like really stupid, but the wife is working and he works too, but my instructor doesn't work. And my thing is, if you're gonna do poly, right? And I'm not excusing it, why is the wife working? Like, I just don't understand why women get into poly when the man has all the benefits. He got women in the home working, cooking, and cleaning, and all he got to do is be having smacks. And I seen the dude, he not even cute. So how are these women allowing unattractive men to even get them in a poly situation? It don't make no sense.
I think she's still gone. I think that they be male. Wait, is she back?
I don't know. Trig?
Yeah, I think she's still
Okay.
gone.
Oh.
Sorry, y'all. I'm still talking to my daughter, but I
Oh,
can't
okay.
hear y'all. I can't hear y'all.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
you fine.
You good.
I think they
Yeah.
be male centered. I had my old tattoo artist. He had girls like that. He would have like this main girl. I think he had like I think he would have three girls at one time and they all had kids at the same time. But I feel like all that should be male centered. But to be doing all that and he not working, yeah, that's a you know what, at that point, that's a different level of psychotic.
And you know what? He do work. I think she said he drive trucks, but his wife is working too, but she don't work. So my thing is, I was like, why isn't he taking care of the household? That's what I would expect, right? Because if you're a man and you're asking for other women to join in a union with you, your job is to take care of these women. It don't make any sense for me to join any poly situation and then, I'm still having to go out to work. And then here's the kicker. This woman was child free. She was in her 30s and got into this situation. I mean, I just don't understand it, but this is the same woman. She do like Chris Brown. And I really think that like women who listen to Chris Brown, um, R. Kelly, all this other stuff, like they will fall for a trap like that. I hope that makes sense.
Definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I feel like women like that be birds.
Chirp,
Birds.
chirp, 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 chirp,
Chirp,
chirp.
chirp, chirp. It's more birds on the ground than in the sky. Cause I had saw a video where this one lady was like arguing on live, and she was talking about women on child support, and she was saying how she had to help her husband pay it. Girl, that's your fault for marrying a man who wasn't taking care of their kids. But I feel like some women just be birds. Like it's more birds on the ground than in the sky. Cause that's something that makes sense. Cause what? You in a situation like that and you gotta work to help take care of his. And I always feel like women who do sister wives or pick me's. I'm sorry. I feel like all that is just pick me. Letting the man have all this gratification and you doing all this for him. You just the ultimate bird to me.
I don't understand why would you give up your freedom of being child free to be with a man who has kids and has a wife. And I just don't sleep in. And if you know as a wife, I don't care if they're separated and divorce decree, if you know divorce decree, you should be messing with no man at all. I just don't understand why there's so many men out here. Why do you have to mess with a man who's already abandoning and betraying someone that he committed with? I just find that gross, and it is male centered, you know?
I feel like it's always about the gratification of men, but I also feel like some women do it when they start getting in their 30s because I feel like sometimes society judges you when you kind of get to a certain age and you don't have kids and you're not married. And so I feel like a lot of women get themselves in like situations because of societal pressures. That's why I think she might be doing.
Yeah, I agree. And I really think that women have to stop allowing men to bully them and say slick things to them. And they really got to start hurting men's feelings because, men, if you listen to men and allow them to hurt your feelings and believe things about you that isn't true, you'll never feel secure with yourself. Like, for example, today my father said, because I said it was like cold in his girlfriend house. I mean, no, I said it was hot in his girlfriend's house, and he tried to make a comment about calling me fat, and I said, do you have a six-pack? And he got all quiet. Oh, then he tried to bet me and say, oh, yeah, and in what is it, Labor Day, I'ma have that. And I showed him this guy who was extremely fit. And I said, until you look like that, that's when you can call me. So it's just like, you got to stop letting men play in your face. I don't care if they're your father, your uncle, your boyfriend, your cousin, or whatever the case may be. You got to stop allowing men to try to make you feel bad because it's all projection. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck would you say that shit to me? Like, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was weird, but it's just like, your body not tea. So it's just like, calm down.
Good job, Brown Sugar. I'm here for that. I remember one time my dad tried to say something about my life, and I said, well, if I learned how to do bad in life, I learned it from you. I think he tried to say something about my parenting, and I think I want to see him so bad. He was like, I ain't gonna say nothing else to you about your child. And don't, because you was a horrible parent to me. So if I learned how to be horrible, I learned it from you. His mouth was wide open. His mouth was wide open to the floor. So I'm here for that, Brown Sugar.
Yeah, you gotta start. Women have to start sticking it to men where they can take it. Like, I don't like the verbal abuse and all that other stuff, because if they feel like they can play with you and say slick shit about you, they're gonna keep continuing to do it. And you have to push back against men. I don't care if it makes them feel uncomfortable. You can't allow a man to play with you at all. And they like to disrespect other people, but when you say something to them, they get in their feelings. So it's just like, don't say nothing to me if you ain't gonna like my response, because then I turn out to be rude. I'm the person in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I really think that when it comes to, if you're hitting the age where you're 30, 38, why are you allowing men to dictate your life or tell you things about yourself that you may like or may not like? It's your life. Who cares what they think or what they have to say? But I think the moment when you've reached the peak of your life as a woman, when you can confidently love yourself with all your flaws, etc., and tell a man about themselves, you don't even care what they have to say or any rude comments, because instantly in your mind you got something to come back at them, and they'll chill out. They'll know not to play with you like that.
Definitely agree with you, but it kind of goes to the point where I feel like the big push nowadays is for like girls 18 to 25 to get married, because those girls are easily manipulated and controlled, and that's why I kind of feel like that's why they're going after the young girls now, because they want women to control.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think there are also a lot of these men want things to go back to like the 50s, where after high school they get a wife and all this other stuff, and they have someone to dominate, abuse, and control. And because women, we have our own bank accounts now, we're able to have jobs, have good careers, etc., that dream or that lifestyle that the patriarchy afforded them is gone, and they don't like that. So they want the younger women around that they can manipulate and control and put them in positions for them to be abused and manipulated. So I agree.
But then I feel like it's also like older men that goes after younger women. Like, you never really see 18-year-old men getting married, going to have babies. You always see these young girls with a man that's like in his 30s, 40s, and 50s. You be like, yo.
Yeah, and I completely think that's unfair, because who are the men of their, the young men of their age, who are they supposed to date? if all the younger men are supposed, all the older men are going after the younger girls, if the older men are quote unquote established or whatever, why would you be even trying to entertain someone who was younger than you? Why can't you allow the young men to talk to women around their age? That's just weird to me and very predatory. It's Liddy. Did you want to say something, sis?
Yes, nothing in particular. I just love you ladies so much. I'm always going to be a fan. Oh, what's going on here?
Who is that, Trick?
Gosh. Oh,
World. Oh
jump
yeah, I
scare.
just heard. I heard y'all talking about like the older men preying on the younger girls, and this girl that is 20. I think she was dealing with him since she was like 17, 16, 17, but she got unalived by her 39-year-old baby daddy, and he ended up unaliving himself too. Or no, I think, or he was unalived by the police. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was just thinking to myself, like, that's exactly what y'all are talking about right there. You know what I'm saying? Older men, you know what I'm saying, preying on young girls. And she's gone. Didn't even make it to 21. It's so sad.
Trig, it reminds me of the conversation you were having on YouTube about the specific look that black men have. Of course, he doesn't have any wicks or anything, but just look at his face. Look at the grills in his mouth. Like, he looks disgusting. And, you know, black men will say, okay, black women are fat. They're this. They wear wigs and lashes. You shouldn't mess with her. She's a 304 because she's wearing wigs and lashes and all that stuff. But when you see a man who clearly is dangerous like him, they will still encourage a black woman to engage with him, to give him a second chance, to nurture him, to be a woman in his life. But they won't say the same thing as a woman. If she's not on, her top 10, if maybe she needs some help, you're never going to hear a black man say, well, let me help this queen out. I see potential in her. She deserves to be nurtured. She deserves to be cared. And I just really hate the double standard there is that black women are always supposed to sacrifice for these nignogs, but you never see the same coming back, and that really irritated me, that YouTube live that you had, how people were pushing you back because this man looks like he will put you in the dirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he really does. And that's the only thing I was ever trying to tell people is that, of course, you don't want to judge people based on their looks, but as a black woman, you have no choice because you're at risk. So, and I'm not saying that a guy that dressed in a business suit can't do something to you, but if you can't realize that this guy is somebody that just on visual inspection, you want to leave alone, I don't know what to tell you. And then it's like he's 39 and they have a 3-year-old, where they had a 3-year-old. That would have meant he was at least messing with her since she was 16 or 17. And these older men get with these young girls. They don't have no good intentions for them. All they want to do is burden them with a baby and make them older past their years and ruin their lives. They don't want to do any pour into these girls or do anything. The only thing they want to do is energy vampire them. And they feel like older women are not going to be going for it. Just like how Miss Lady was talking about taking me into the clinic, and going there. And they not trying to be with no girl that's smart enough to do that. Like, they trying to get a girl that ain't finna go do none of that. It's just crazy. But did you have anything to say, Letty?
Hi, Trick. Welcome back.
Hey.
Yeah, this was a jump scare when you just dropped this right here on us. This is terrible. Like, and so I was over here doing math, but you just said she was literally 17, and Lord knows they could have met a few years prior. So this man, obviously over 30 years old, could have been messing with her, talking to her, all this stuff with her since she's 16, 15, 14. You know what I'm saying? Like 13, like it doesn't even say when they initially, met, right? It's just saying that they have a 3-year-old son. So I'll try to say 15. She could have been 12. Like, this is just, I just wonder where her friends and family and grandparents and, like, I really hate this because she must have not had a good support system around her if this grown man was able to come swoop in this teenager, and yes, she is very beautiful, swoop in this teenager and just I don't even know. Like, this is why having a support system can be so important, but sometimes it's hard when you have a small circle. Like, I don't know her background or her circumstances, but I'm just like, was no one around this young lady? Did no one, sound the alarm? Like, this is predatory. He looks like a predator. He's a little predator. And she has a baby by this man. And of course, he turns around and schmills her and schmills, unalives himself and her. And I'm just like, was no one, no teachers? Like, I mean, in that age, we're in high school, so no counselors. Like, I'm like literally getting the chills right now, because this just like, I'm so sick of this. It's every day, all day. Yeah, lots of families don't care. And it just really breaks my heart. I'm actually getting the chills, because it's just like, I feel like it's just never going to end. I hate to be pessimistic like that, but at this rate, there's just a new case every single day. And it's only the ones that we're seeing on the internet. Lord knows what's happening all around the world. So it's, yeah, incredibly creepy. And this is why you said you need to be looking at people's looks and looking into their eyes. I can see his eyes are dead, and them teeth ain't gonna bother me. So that's what I had to say. Thank you, ladies.
No problem, no problem. I mean, and I definitely agree with everything Lady was saying for sure. I don't know, man. I don't see anything. I don't see it ending anytime soon me either. Just like Miss Letty said, I just feel like it's just something to really just try to keep in mind. And I really don't understand why every time I talk about the predatory nature of men and how women should watch out for it, and that I get pushback. And it's not like I'm saying that, you know, visual inspection is foolproof, or that you couldn't accidentally discount some men that you shouldn't have. But I just feel like as a black woman, it's better to be safe than sorry. Like, would you rather err on the side of caution or not? Because if you make a mistake, that could be the last mistake that you make. And it was like a girl that was unalived by her baby daddy. She had got like a restraining order, and everybody tried to do everything to protect her. But he ended up running down on her somewhere. I can't remember where it was. Her baby that she had with that man was 3 months old. He caught her and pokeyed her and left her unalived in the car with the baby. And she was only 22. And she had been dealing with this guy, I think they said, since she was like, I want to say 17 or 18. If I'm not mistaken, hopefully the story isn't melding together in my mind. And I was just thinking, like, that's how important it is to do these things, because he looked just like the guys that I put in that video. And it's just like, right now, if you make a mistake at 16, 17, because you know how people say, hey, you're 16, 17, 18, you make mistakes, which is true. Even when you're 20, your 20s, early 20s, you make mistakes. However, now it's you make a mistake now, that could be it for you. You don't have the time to grow through your mistake. And for you to just get some bumps and bruises, but you still alive. Like how when I was in my 20s, I chose the wrong man to marry him, and he put me in a lot of dangerous, extremely dangerous situations. I truly believe that if it was nowadays, I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't be alive. So since times are worse now, you got to be more diligent as a black woman, whether you're a teenager or not. But anywho, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I'm gonna get offline because I think my daughter really needs me, y'all. So I'm gonna get off. But I do really appreciate talking to you, Miss Letty. I'm glad you came back, and also talking to Miss Calandra and Brown Sugar. Did y'all have anything to say before I get out of here? I know
No,
we kind of got off topic.
no, it was good, because I mean, like, you can only talk about Love Island for so long. I'm glad this conversation definitely grew some legs, but yeah, definitely attend to your baby girl. Thank you, Trig, and love y'all. Have a good night.
All right, see you. What about you, Kalanji? Anything to say, sis?
No, I just want to tell you to have a good night, Trick, so you can get to your daughter.
All right. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all later.